All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to seriously level up your vocabulary based on some great work by J. Forrest English. We're breaking down 10 C1 level adjectives that are going to help you sound way more fluent, precise, and, professional. Let's do this. So, let me ask you something. Do you ever have that feeling where you know exactly what you want to say, but you just can't find that one perfect word? Yeah, we've all been there. Being able to express those complex thoughts clearly, it's a total game changer. And honestly, a huge part of that secret is right here. It's all about the adjectives you choose. Think of advanced adjectives like switching your language from standard definition to 4K. Suddenly, everything is sharper, your descriptions are clearer, and your communication just has so much more impact. Okay, first up, we're going to tackle words that help you describe sheer size and reach. The words you need when you're trying to paint a really big picture. Our first word is vast. So picture the Sahara Desert. You could say it's big, sure, but when you call it vast, you feel the scale of it, right? You can almost see those endless sand dunes stretching out forever. It captures that sense of immense, almost overwhelming space. That's what this word does. Next, we have ubiquitous. This is such a fantastic word for describing modern life. Just think about smartphones. I mean, they're everywhere, right? In every house, every office, on the bus. They are truly ubiquitous. It's the perfect word for something that has become an undeniable, ever-present fact of life. And building on that idea, we have pervasive. Now, this is interesting. While ubiquitous means something is physically everywhere, pervasive describes its influence spreading everywhere. So if smartphones are ubiquitous, social media has become a pervasive force. It's seeped into our culture and daily habits in this really deep, widespread way. See the difference? All right, so we've talked about the big outside world. Now let's shift our focus inward. Let's look at words that get to the core of things, the words for essential qualities. So, inherent. This describes a quality that's just baked in. It's a permanent, inseparable part of something, almost like it was born with it. The classic example? A cat's ability to always land on its feet. They don't learn that, right? It's an inherent skill, just part of being a cat. Now, very similar to that is intrinsic. This word usually points to an essential quality that comes from within, like motivation. An athlete might be driven by an intrinsic desire to win. It's not about the medals or the money, it's about that fire inside them. That's the intrinsic part. Okay, let's pause here because this is where it gets really useful. What is the actual difference? Well, think of it this way. Inherent is about a permanent quality you're born with, almost biological. Intrinsic is more about an essential quality that comes from within, often tied to value or motivation. So one is about what you are, and the other is about what drives you. Our next word is inquisitive. And honestly, this is a wonderful quality to have. An inquisitive person, they ask a ton of questions. They're the one at the museum reading every single sign because they just have this strong, genuine desire to understand. For anyone learning a language, being inquisitive is basically a superpower. Okay, for our final section, we're bringing out the heavy hitters. These are the adjectives that help us talk about influence, importance, and some really big ideas. When something is paramount, it is the absolute number one priority. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is more important. Think about an airline emergency. The crew isn't worried about being on time. Passenger safety is paramount. It is the supreme, non-negotiable goal. Next is profound. A profound idea or experience isn't just interesting. It's something that gives you a deep insight, something that actually changes your understanding of a topic. So that professor's lecture, it wasn't just good, it was profound. It fundamentally shifted how you see the world. Now, when someone is eminent, it means they're famous and highly respected, but, and this is the key, usually within a very specific professional circle. You could have an eminent scientist or an eminent historian. It signals a level of expertise and respect among their peers that's different from just general fame. And now for a really fun one. Fickle. It even sounds a little playful, doesn't it? Fickle describes anything that changes all the time, completely unpredictable. You can talk about fickle loyalties, fickle weather, or fickle fans. And this is just the perfect example. The fashion industry is the definition of fickle. Trends just come and go in the blink of an eye. What's popular one week is totally out the next. It's built on constant, unpredictable change. So, there you have it. 10 incredibly useful adjectives that you can now add to your communication toolkit. They're all ready to go, ready to make your English sound that much more precise and professional. But here's the real question, right? How well have they actually stuck with you? Because memorizing a list is one thing, but really knowing how and when to use these words, well, that's the real goal. And hey, if you really want to put yourself to the test, I highly recommend you check out the original source for this explainer. The J. Forrest English YouTube channel has a fantastic quiz in her video that will really help all of this sink in. In the end, it really all comes back to this simple truth from Jennifer at J. Forrest English. These words are just tools. They add color, they add depth, and they add so much clarity to what you're trying to say. The big takeaway here? Start using them. Try to work them into your conversations. Which brings us to a final thought. Now that you've got these new words in your back pocket, what profound idea, what vast landscape, or what paramount issue are you going to describe first? The power to do it is right there.